The world is a crucible, and most will break under its weight, crushed by doubt, fear, and the relentless pressure to conform. But you are not most. You are here to build, to forge a life of purpose, power, and unyielding greatness from the raw material of your will. The storms of life will test you, but they will not define you. Your response, your choice to act, to persevere, to create, will. Most will crumble, waiting for the storm to pass. You will rise, hammer in hand, building a legacy that defies the chaos. Napoleon Hill, the relentless architect of human triumph, studied those who built where others broke. Edison, Carnegie, Ford, Lincoln, men who faced the same crucible and chose to forge empires from its heat. You stand in that same fire, the power to build pulsing in your veins. Will you break under the weight, or will you build a life that echoes through eternity? Most will break. You will build, and the time to start is now. Your mind is a forge, a molten crucible where every thought is shaped into creation or collapse. Hill taught that the mind is the starting point of all achievement, but it is also the breeding ground of all defeat. Most people break, their minds cluttered with doubts, excuses, and the weight of external pressures, surrendering to the storm. Your thoughts are not neutral, they are architects, building either monuments of possibility or rubble of regret. Picture a forge, its flames roaring, ready to shape raw iron into a blade. Your mind is that iron. Temper it with purpose, hammer it with discipline, and it will become a weapon of creation. But let it be consumed by fear, and it will shatter into fragments of a life unlived. To build where others break, you must master your mind, choosing thoughts that forge your future, not those that fracture it. Act as if your mind is already a disciplined forge, crafting the strength to build with every relentless choice. Belief is the spark that ignites the forge. It is not a timid hope or a fleeting wish, it is a fire, a defiant conviction that you are destined to build something extraordinary. Hill called it faith, not in some distant force, but in the infinite potential within you. Most people break, believing they are unworthy, that the crucible is too hot, that greatness is for others. Doubt is a cunning destroyer, whispering lies, you're not enough. You'll fail. It's too hard. But look at those who built. Abraham Lincoln, mocked as a backwoods lawyer, believed he could forge a united nation. Walt Disney, bankrupt and broken, believed in a mouse that would charm the world. They were not immune to doubt, they built through it, their belief a flame that burned brighter than fear. Belief is not about ignoring the crucible's heat, it is about knowing you can withstand it. It is standing in chaos and envisioning order, staring at rubble and seeing a cathedral. Act as if you are already the builder whose belief is a blazing fire, forging your destiny with every disciplined strike. Clarity is the blueprint that shapes belief into purpose. Without it, you are a builder lost in fog, hammering blindly, your efforts scattered. Most people break, chasing vague desires or the expectations of others, never defining what they're building. Hill taught that desire is the spark of all achievement, but desire without direction is a wildfire, beautiful, but destructive. Picture your life as a vast, unformed landscape. What will you construct? Not what the world demands, not what fear permits, but what sets your soul ablaze. Clarity is not a gift, it is a conquest, won by interrogating your heart. What do you want to build? Not just success, but the legacy it enables, freedom, impact, eternity. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Let the answers cut through the fog like a beacon. Clarity is not a single epiphany, it is a fire, built question by question, choice by choice, until your purpose burns as bright as the dawn. Act as if you are already the builder who knows their design, and let clarity guide your disciplined strikes. Vision is clarity's air, the architect's plan for your masterpiece. It is not enough to know what you want, you must see it, feel it, live it in your bones. Most people break, their visions dimmed by fear or the belief they don't deserve more. Vision is the builder's sketch, the sculptor's model, the composer's melody before the first note. Andrew Carnegie did not just want wealth, he saw steel bridges spanning rivers, factories humming with life, a nation transformed. His vision was so vivid it pulled him through betrayal and hardship, compelling him to build where others broke. Your vision must be just as real. Close your eyes. See the life you're destined to build, not the one you're trapped in, but the one that makes your heart thunder. See the empire you'll create, the lives you'll touch, the legacy you'll leave. Write it down. Speak it into existence. Let it become a flame that no storm can extinguish. Act as if you are already the builder whose vision is a guiding star, forging greatness where others crumble. Purpose is the fuel that feeds your vision. It is the why that makes the how possible. Most people break, lacking a reason to endure the crucible's heat, waiting for external validation to give them direction. Purpose is not a lofty ideal, it is a force, a North Star guiding you through the darkness. Viktor Frankl, who survived Auschwitz, said that those who found meaning could endure anything. Your purpose need not be grand, it need only be yours. It might be to inspire others, to create something that lasts, to prove to yourself what's possible. Hill studied Henry Ford, who did not just build cars, he built a legacy of progress, a world where movement was freedom. Ford's purpose was not profit, it was possibility, and it drove him to build through every storm. Find your why. Let it be the heartbeat of your journey, the fire that burns brighter than doubt. Act as if you are already the builder driven by a purpose so fierce it compels you to forge where others falter. Discipline is the hammer that carves your purpose into reality. It is the daily choice to build over break, to choose effort over ease, to act over weight. Most people crumble, waiting for inspiration or perfect conditions, never forging the habits that define them. Discipline is saying no to the lure of comfort, showing up when you're tired, when you're afraid, when the world offers every excuse to quit. Hill marveled at Thomas Edison, who worked through 10,000 failures to invent the light bulb. Edison didn't wait for the crucible to cool, he disciplined his actions, strike after strike. You are not your feelings. You are not your fatigue. You are your choices. Discipline is choosing to act when every fiber craves rest, acting as if you are already the builder who commands their destiny. It is the daily deposit in the bank of your future self, the relentless vow that you will not betray your dreams. Act as if you are already the builder whose hammer is unyielding, forging greatness where others shatter. Action is discipline's air, the tangible strike that shapes your legacy. Most people break, paralyzed by the gap between their dreams and reality, hoping the crucible will forge itself. Action is not perfection, it is motion. The world rewards the bold, not the flawless. Hill's philosophy was about creating the moment, not waiting for it. Edison did not wait for the light bulb to invent itself, he acted, failed, adjusted, acted again. Each failure was a strike, each strike a step toward greatness. What is your next strike? Not the grand monument, but the one action you can take today to build your future. Take it. Then take another. Momentum is a force of nature, and it begins with a single push. Action is the bridge between your mind and the world, the moment your purpose takes form. Act as if you are already the builder who strikes without hesitation, and let each action forge a legacy where others break. Gratitude is the quiet power that keeps your fire burning through the crucible's heat. It is not a shallow platitude, it is a lens, a way of seeing that transforms struggle into strength. Hill believed that gratitude aligned the mind with abundance, tuning it to opportunity rather than lack. Most people break, focusing on what they lack, letting resentment shatter their resolve. Look around you. The breath in your lungs, the chance to act again, the lessons carved into your struggles, they are treasures. Andrew Carnegie, at the height of his wealth, said his greatest riches were his ability to appreciate what he had. Gratitude does not erase the crucible's fire, it gives you the strength to build through it. It reminds you that you are not a victim of the storm, you are its master. In the moments when the heat feels unbearable, pause. Breathe. Find one thing, no matter how small, that anchors you to hope. Let it ground you, and then strike again. Act as if you are already the builder who finds gratitude in the process, and let it fuel your fire to forge where others falter. Gratitude fuels your fire, its quiet warmth steadying your hammer as you forge through the crucible's heat. The world rages around you, its storms of doubt, fear, and chaos threatening to shatter your resolve. Most will break, crumbling under the weight, their dreams reduced to dust. But you are not most. You are here to build, to shape a life of unyielding greatness from the raw iron of your will. Each discipline strike, each choice to act, is a testament to your refusal to yield. The crucible is not your enemy, it is your forge, tempering your strength, revealing the masterpiece within. You are not here to be broken by the storm, you are here to build through it, crafting a legacy that defies the chaos. Napoleon Hill's wisdom, forged in the triumphs of those who built where others faltered, is your guide. Most will break, but you will build, and every strike you make shapes the person you're destined to become. The anvil glows, strike now, and let your fire burn eternal. Adaptability is the flexibility that keeps your hammer true in the face of life's shifting storms. The path to building greatness is not a straight forge, it is a turbulent crucible, twisting with challenges, setbacks, and unforeseen obstacles. Most people break, clinging to rigid plans or the comfort of familiarity, believing their vision requires a calm sea. But those who build adapt, adjusting their strikes to the iron's grain, using change to refine their craft. Hill's contemporaries, like John D. Rockefeller, built empires not because they avoided disruption, but because they thrived in it. When markets shifted, when rivals rose, they pivoted, innovated, endured. Darwin did not say the strongest survive, he said the most adaptable do. Your purpose will test you, plans will falter, circumstances will shift. That is not failure, it is the iron revealing its secrets. Learn from it. Adjust your approach. Keep striking. The builder who forges greatness is not rigid, they are fluid, like a river reshaping the earth. Adaptability is not surrender, it is mastery, the disciplined resolve to build no matter the storm. Act as if you are already the builder who bends without breaking, and the crucible will yield to your fire. Resilience is adaptability's twin, the unyielding refusal to let the crucible's heat shatter your hammer. The journey to building your destiny is strewn with trials, failures, rejections, moments when the iron seems too hard to shape. Most people break, believing these blows mark the end, letting setbacks crush their resolve. But resilience is the choice to strike again, to act as if you are already the builder who overcomes. Hill taught that every adversity carries the seed of an equivalent benefit, a hidden spark waiting to be kindled. Abraham Lincoln faced relentless loss, elections, loved ones, a nation at war, yet he disciplined his resolve, striking through despair to forge a legacy of unity. Your scars are not cracks, they are proof of your strength. Look at the setbacks you faced, the doubts you've silenced, the moments you thought you couldn't go on. They are not your defeat, they are your forge. Find the seed in your struggles. Nurture it. Let it fuel you. The world respects those who build, not those who never falter. Act as if you are already the builder whose resilience is a blazing fire, forging greatness through every trial. Learning is the whetstone that sharpens your hammer's edge. The builder who forges greatness is not static, they are a student, ever growing, ever refining their craft. Most people break, fearing the effort of growth or believing they've learned enough to coast. Hill spent decades studying the successful Edison, Carnegie, Ford, not to idolize them, but to dissect their methods. He was a student until the end, and so must you be. Learning is not a chore, it is a rebellion against breaking, a refusal to let ignorance dull your hammer. Read. Listen. Question. Seek mentors, not to follow blindly, but to stand on their shoulders. Thomas Edison's genius was not a gift, it was honed, experiment by experiment, book by book. Every experience is a lesson, failures teach more than successes, critics sharpen more than compliments. Embrace them. Let them refine you. Act as if you are already the builder who craves growth, who sees every lesson as a stroke on the whetstone. The universe opens its secrets to those who forge their minds with relentless curiosity. Courage is the force that drives your hammer strike. It is not the absence of fear, but the choice to act in spite of it. Fear is a cunning foe, whispering that your hammer is too weak, the iron too hard, the risks too great. Most people break, waiting for fear to vanish before they strike. But courage is the fire that burns through fear, the decision to act as if you are already the builder who conquers. Hill studied men like Henry Ford, who faced ridicule for his horseless carriage, yet disciplined his courage to act, undeterred by the world's laughter. Courage is not a feeling, it is a choice, a vow to strike even when your heart trembles. J.K. Rowling, rejected by 12 publishers, could have let fear shatter her manuscript. Instead, she acted as if she were already the author who would change the world, and that courage birthed Harry Potter, a phenomenon that enchanted millions. Your courage is your power. Strike, and fear will bow. Act, and the iron will yield. Act as if you are already the builder whose hammer cannot be stayed, and let your courage shape your destiny. Auto-suggestion is the silent rhythm that steadies your strikes. Hill taught that the subconscious mind is a fertile garden, and every thought you plant takes root. Most people break, letting their minds grow wild with weeds of doubt and hesitation, undermining their resolve. Auto-suggestion is not wishful thinking, it is a deliberate act of planting the seeds of greatness. Oprah Winfrey, born into poverty and pain, could have believed she was nothing. Instead, she spoke a different truth. She stood before mirrors, before empty rooms, and declared her worth. I am destined for greatness, she told herself, and her mind listened. That belief disciplined her actions, forging a path from a small-town newsroom to a global empire. You are the gardener of your soul. Speak to yourself with conviction. Write your vision in bold letters. Say, I am a builder. I am unstoppable. I forge my destiny. Let those words sink into your core. They are not empty, they are the rhythm of your transformation. Act as if you are already the builder whose mind is a disciplined crucible, forging greatness with every steady strike. Mastermind alliances are the fellow builders who strengthen your fire. Hill believed that no one forges greatness alone. Your vision is a flame, but it burns brighter when surrounded by others who share your fire. Most people break, surrounded by naysayers who amplify their doubts, fearing the effort of seeking better allies. A mastermind is not a casual gathering, it is a council of creators, a circle of dreamers who challenge you, sharpen you, lift you higher. Andrew Carnegie surrounded himself with advisors who were smarter than he was. He did not fear their brilliance, he harnessed it, disciplining his alliances to build an empire that transformed a nation. Look at your circle. Are they weights or hammers? Do they dull your fire or stoke it? Seek those who see your potential, who hold you accountable, who refuse to let you break. Steve Jobs did not build Apple alone, he had Wozniak, designers, visionaries who shared his dream. Your mastermind might be mentors, peers, even the wisdom of books. Act as if you are already the builder who forges alliances that fuel their fire, and let them help you shape a masterpiece. Sacrifice is the price of your hammer's strength. Forging greatness where others break demands a trade, a willing exchange of comfort for creation. Most people falter, unwilling to let go of the familiar, believing they can build without cost. Hill studied men like Thomas Edison, who sacrificed sleep, security, and approval to chase his vision. Sacrifice is not loss, it is investment. Serena Williams sacrificed parties, rest, the carefree life of youth to train, to compete, to win. She acted as if she were already a legend, and it made her one. What are you willing to give up? The late night scrolling? The habits that weaken your resolve? The fear of failure? Sacrifice is not punishment, it is power. Every no to the trivial is a yes to your destiny. Act as if you are already the builder who pays the price without hesitation, and the universe will reward your disciplined resolve with a hammer that shapes eternity. Time is the forge's fire that tempers your creation. Most people break, wasting hours in distractions, procrastination, or the demands of others, hoping greatness will find them. Hill warned that drifting, living without purpose, is the greatest tragedy of all. The clock is ticking, not to scare you, but to awaken you. Marie Curie, toiling in a freezing shed, discovered radium because she treated time like gold. She acted as if every moment mattered, and it changed the world. Audit your days. Where does your time go? Does it fuel your discipline, or does it scatter it? Cut what does not matter. Protect your hours like a fortress. Time is not your enemy, it is your fire, and every moment is a chance to strike. Act as if each second is a stroke toward your destiny, and let your disciplined fire burn with unrelenting intensity. Persistence is the relentless rhythm of your strikes. The journey to building where others break is not a single swing, it is a marathon, demanding you keep hammering through setbacks, doubts, and exhaustion. Most people falter, believing the struggle proves they're unworthy, letting their hammer fall silent. Hill called persistence the sustained effort that builds faith, the refusal to let obstacles halt your craft. Elon Musk watched his first rockets explode, his companies teeter on the edge of collapse. Yet he persisted, acting as if he were already the visionary who would change the world. Persistence is not about never wavering, it is about striking again every time you do. The world will resist, mock your ambition, tempt you to break. But persistence is the voice that says, not today. It is the courage to swing one more time, to act one more day, to discipline yourself as if the next strike will reveal your masterpiece. Keep striking, your resolve a thunder that shakes the crucible, one relentless day at a time. Keep striking, your resolve a thunder that shakes the crucible, one relentless day at a time. The iron of your life glows red-hot before you, its potential vast but unformed, waiting for your disciplined hammer to shape it into a masterpiece. The world roars with chaos, doubt, fear, and the weight of conformity threatening to shatter your will. Most will break, their dreams crumbling into ash, their spirits crushed by the storm. But you are not most. You are here to build, to forge a legacy of unyielding greatness from the molten core of your purpose. Each strike you land, each choice to act, is a defiance of the crucible's heat, a testament to your refusal to yield. The storm may rage, but your fire burns fiercer. Napoleon Hill's wisdom, carved from the triumphs of those who built where others faltered, is your guide. Most will break, but you will build, and every strike you make forges the person you're destined to become. The anvil glows, strike now, and let your creation echo through eternity. Faith is the invisible flame that fuels your persistence. It is not a fleeting hope, but a blazing conviction that the masterpiece you're forging is not just possible, it is your destiny. The world will try to douse this flame, whispering that your efforts are too small, your dreams too vast, your scars too deep. Most people break, letting doubt extinguish their fire, collapsing under the crucible's weight. Hill described faith as a state of mind, a belief so fierce it aligns the universe to your will. Nelson Mandela, locked in a cell for 27 years, did not merely hope for a free South Africa, he acted as if he were already the leader who would forge it. That faith sustained him through darkness, isolation, and despair, driving his every disciplined strike. Your faith must be just as unyielding. It is not about ignoring the storm, it is about knowing your hammer is stronger. Faith is the whisper that says, this is not the end. It is the courage to strike as if your greatness is inevitable, even when the iron resists. Write your destiny on your heart. Carry it like a torch. Let it blaze through the shadows. Act as if you are already the builder whose faith forges a legacy that nothing can shatter. Imagination is the vision that guides your hammer's path. Hill taught that the imagination is the forge where all plans are crafted, where the masterpiece you're building takes shape before it stands in the world. Most people break, their imaginations dulled by fear, believing their reality is fixed, their dreams too distant to forge. There are two kinds of imagination, synthetic, which reshapes existing ideas, and creative, which taps into the infinite intelligence of the universe. Walt Disney was a master of both. Bankrupt, mocked, told his dreams were childish, he acted as if he were already the visionary who would bring joy to millions. He saw castles, characters, entire kingdoms before a single brick was laid. Disneyland was not built with money, it was built with imagination, disciplined by relentless focus. Your mind is the same forge. Close your eyes. See the life you're destined to build, not the one you're trapped in, but the one that sets your soul ablaze. See the empire you'll create, the lives you'll touch, the legacy you'll leave. Let that vision guide your strikes. The world cannot resist a mind that dares to dream without limits. Act as if you are already the builder whose imagination carves a future that defies the storm. Influence is the spark that spreads your fire beyond the forge. The masterpiece you're building is not a solitary monument, it is a beacon, capable of inspiring others to take up their own hammers. Most people focus only on their own craft, never realizing their power to ignite, fearing the weight of impact. Hill's mastermind principle was clear: influence is not a byproduct of greatness, it is its engine, a force that multiplies through connection. Rosa Parks, a seamstress in Montgomery, disciplined her courage to act, refusing to give up her seat as if she were already the catalyst for justice. Her single strike sparked the civil rights movement, inspiring millions to build their own freedom. Your influence is your power to shift the world. It is the encouragement that lifts a friend, the example that inspires a community, the legacy that shows others they too can build where others break. You are not here to hoard your fire, you are here to share it. Who will you ignite? What will you spark? Act as if you are already the builder whose strikes inspire others to forge their own masterpieces, and let your spark ripple through the world. Commitment is the rhythm that keeps your hammer steady. It is the unwavering vow to build your destiny, no matter the cost, no matter the crucible's heat. The world tempts you to waver, to seek comfort, to let doubt silence your strikes. Most people break, their greatness fading under the weight of indecision. Hill studied titans like Andrew Carnegie, who faced betrayal, skepticism, and chaos, yet acted as if he were already the architect of a nation's progress. Commitment is not a feeling, it is a promise, a pledge you make to yourself when the iron grows hard. Maya Angelou, rising from trauma, acted as if she were already the voice that would lift millions. Her disciplined commitment turned pain into a legacy that reshaped the world. Your commitment is your rhythm. It is the voice that says, "I will not break." It is the fire that burns when all else fades. Make your vow. Write it in stone. Let it guide you through the tempests. Act as if you are already the builder whose resolve is unbreakable, and let your commitment forge your masterpiece one relentless strike at a time. Joy is the warmth of your fire's endurance. The disciplined act of building where others break is not a grim toll, it is a dance, a celebration of the creator you're becoming. Most people see struggle as punishment, letting it drain the light from their craft, waiting for external rewards to restore it. Hill believed that a positive mental attitude was the key to unlocking opportunity. Joy is not the absence of hardship, it is the choice to find meaning in the process. Walt Disney, battered by bankruptcy and betrayal, never lost his childlike wonder. He acted as if he were already the creator of worlds, and that joy built an empire. Your craft will be fierce. There will be nights when doubt weighs like molten lead, days when the crucible's heat seems unbearable. But in those moments, seek joy. Find it in the small victories, the strike you landed, the fear you defied, the vision you held fast. Joy is the warmth that keeps your fire burning. It is the reminder that you are not just enduring, you are thriving, forging a life that sings with purpose. Act as if you are already the builder who finds joy in the struggle, and let it illuminate your forge. Connection is the forge where your fire grows stronger. The masterpiece you're building is not a solitary flame, it is a blaze that burns brighter when shared. Most people break, isolating themselves, believing they must forge alone to prove their worth, fearing the vulnerability of connection. Hill's philosophy was rooted in the power of connection, the idea that we rise together or fall apart. Martin Luther King Jr. did not build freedom alone. He acted as if he were already the leader of a movement, standing with thousands, marching with millions, speaking for those whose voices were silenced. His fire was amplified by connection, by the hands he held, the hearts he moved. Seek your forge mates. Find those who see your fire and fan it, who challenge you to strike bolder, who remind you of your purpose when the crucible roars. Connection is not weakness, it is strength. It is the courage to be vulnerable, to share your vision, to ask for support. You are not diminished by others, you are magnified. Act as if you are already the builder who forges bonds, not barriers, and watch your fire spread across the iron. Humility is the quiet strength that keeps your fire true. It is not self-doubt, but the recognition that your craft is part of a larger forge. Most people let pride shatter their hammer, refusing to learn from others, believing they must stand above to shine. Hill taught that the most successful were those who listened to mentors, critics, even adversaries. Humility kept Carnegie grounded as he built his empire, kept Edison curious as he chased the impossible. It is the willingness to say, "I don't know, but I will learn." The world is a chorus of voices, some will cheer, some will condemn. Humility lets you hear them all without losing your rhythm. It reminds you that your fire is not above others, but beside them. Stay humble, not to dim your flame, but to let it burn brighter. Act as if you are already the builder who serves, who lifts others as they forge, and your greatness will grow without bounds. Infinite intelligence is the unseen spark that fuels your relentless fire. Hill believed that the mind is a receiver, capable of tapping into a universal reservoir of wisdom and inspiration. Most people break, too caught in doubt's noise to listen, waiting for someone else to guide them. This is not mysticism, it is the ember of creation that pulses through every inventor, every dreamer. Marie Curie did not discover radium by chance. She acted as if she were already the scientist who would change the world, tuning her mind to the frequency of possibility. You have the same access. In the quiet moments, when you silence doubt's clamor, you can feel it, a whisper, a vision, a truth that burns brighter than fear. Trust it. Nurture it. Let it guide your strikes. Infinite intelligence is the spark that feeds your fire, the compass in your hand. Act as if you are already the builder who receives these gifts, and the universe will guide your hammer to forge a masterpiece. Legacy is the fire you leave burning in the forge. The masterpiece you build, shaped by your disciplined strikes, is not just for today, it is a beacon for tomorrow, a blaze that outlives you. Most people chase fleeting sparks, measuring their worth in temporary triumphs, breaking under the crucible's weight. Hill believed that true greatness is achieved in service to something larger. Malala Yousafzai did not build for herself alone, she acted as if she were already a global voice, leaving a legacy of education and empowerment. Your legacy is the warmth you leave behind. It is the lives you touch, the dreams you ignite, the masterpieces you inspire because you dared to build where others broke. Ask yourself, what fire will you leave? Not for your ego, but for the world. Your greatness is not complete until it sets others ablaze. Now, stand before the anvil of your life. Look back at the storms you've weathered, the doubts you've burned, the fears you've conquered, the strikes you've landed, each one a testament to your resolve. They are not accidents. They are the forge that shaped you. You are not the person who stood trembling in the crucible's heat. You are a builder, a creator, a flame. The world is not the same because you chose to build. But this is not the end, it is the beginning. Your greatness is not a monument to admire, it is a fire to share. You are here to create, to inspire, to leave a blaze that echoes through eternity. The crucible was fierce, but your hammer is fiercer. Doubt was loud, but your resolve is louder. Close your eyes. See the masterpiece you were born to build, not the rubble you once feared, but the legacy you deserve. See the empire you'll create, the lives you'll touch, the fire you'll leave. Feel the heat of your purpose, the weight of your hammer, the pulse of your destiny. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not when the storm fades, but now. The clock is ticking, not to limit you, but to remind you, you have everything you need. Your mind is the forge, your belief the flame, your actions the hammer. What will you build? Step forward. Most will break. You will build. Claim your greatness with every breath, every choice, every strike. The world is not waiting for you to feel ready, it is waiting for you to act ready. You are not here to drift, to doubt, to break. You are here to rise, to create, to blaze. Go now. Set the universe alight with your fire. Your time is now.